A Southeast Portland business owner is fed up. He's tired of thieves stealing gasoline from vehicles he rents. As Steve Dunn shows us in tonight's City in Crisis Finding Solutions report, he's tried just about everything to get them to stop.
I'm thinking I don't want to drive down here.
Daryle Huff has had a rough few months. You may remember our story when Huff and several neighbors complained about the crater-sized potholes making life difficult for homes and businesses. But now Huff is focused on a different bump in the road.
This one just came in, so it's, let me see here.
He owns God's Isle Auto Sales on Southeast Division. Along with selling cars, he also rents out U-Haul trucks. Because the U-Hauls are returned at all hours, they're kept outside the fence, creating a perfect opportunity for gas thieves.
They drill the tanks, make a big mess just to get a gallon of gas, and then they just take off and let the rest of the gas go all over the ground.
But yeah, I couldn't believe those guys in the snow.
And he says it happens about once a week, all captured on his surveillance camera.
Oh, here's this guy. He just walks down the street with this gas can. He's got a light on his head. He's ready.
I've seen people roll up and they just walk down the street with a gas can. And they just stop here and then help themselves to the gas, and then they leave.
He is always drilling the tanks. And he's always wearing a Carhartt hat, brand new, and he drops it under the truck and leaves it.
Along with the mess left behind, it's frustrating for Huff and those waiting to rent a U-Haul.
Yeah, it holds up a rental when I got somebody, you know, scheduled to rent a truck the next morning and the tank is drilled. Makes it kind of hard to supply the customer with their needs.
And Huff says he's not alone, that he was told this in a conversation with U-Haul.
I asked him, surprised you guys keep trucks here. You know, these trucks have been here. I've been renting U-Hauls for like 17 years, and I'm surprised you guys keep them here. And they said, well, it's all over the board. It's not just you. So it makes me feel a little better.
I called U-Haul to ask them how much they're impacted by gas thieves, and they didn't return my calls. I also reached out to Portland Police to see how many gas theft calls they've received from U-Haul. They told me they can't run a search for stolen gas, and that with so many U-Haul shops in town, they couldn't zero in on each one.
A lot of times I will see 7 or 8 different holes patched. Really? From people keep on drilling them. And I've had guys leave their drills under here, and their hats fall off, they leave them.
Nobody should be here. I mean, that's just stupid.
For now, Huff will keep monitoring his surveillance cameras, which now involves his family.
We're only 5 minutes away, so we got cameras, and my wife has stayed up all night long. When this happens more frequently, she will do the night shift, and she'll come in and be sitting out there reading a book and waiting for something to happen, and then she'll wake me up. Hey, let's go. So we're over here chasing them off.
He's hoping for some accountability for the thieves, something he feels isn't happening enough now.
Well, they need to do some kind of a pay it back, like, you know, community service, anything, to get them to stop doing it.
Steve also talked with the manager of a U-Haul rental store on Southeast Powell Boulevard, and he said he has been getting hit by gas thieves every single night until he improved his camera system and started having somebody on watch nightly. Since then, he said things have gotten better. Do you have a story to tell us about with our City in Crisis? Send an email to cityincrisis@katu.com or leave a voicemail at 503-231-4206.